Yo, so today
I'm gonna be taking a personality test, and then I'm gonna have my nephew and a close friend take the same personality test based on what they think the answers are regarding me, and see if it matches up at the end. You ready? Hey, so I'm gonna speed through this part of the video because I really just want to get to where my friend and my nephew are going through and giving their interpretation of who they think I am. I actually got this idea from my buddy Cavender. So Cavender, if you're watching this, which you should because you're in this, thank you. I appreciate the input. Secondly, thank you obviously to my nephew who took part in this as well. It was really interesting to see how two people who I'm very close to, how they perceive me and how my answers differed from them. Obviously, like, you can get a base idea if you're looking at what I'm picking through here and see how they differ. But, no, it's really cool. I thought this idea was really cool. If y'all like these types of videos, please let me know, like a comment, you know what I'm saying, like this, because then that will get me a little bit more motivated to attempt things like this. I had a lot of fun doing this. Yeah, no, it was a good time, and it's funny to see the differences between Cavender. Cavender's my friend. We've known each other since maybe met a year ago. We actually got in trouble at the same Navy base, and we ended up in restriction together. He's around the same age as me. I'm 21 years old. He's maybe a couple years younger, whereas my nephew's 14 years old. So it's kind of funny to see how they differ in answers from one another. Are y'all liking them Rocket League videos? No. By the way, so I've noticed that the longer videos don't tend to do as well, so I may stray away from those really long, drawn-out videos and try and keep them short, like 10, 15, 20 minutes. If there's any other games that anybody would like me to play, like I've been considering Marvel Rivals, for example, by all means. But yeah, so it looks like I'm about to be wrapping up here, so I guess with closing remarks, I really do recommend taking this personality test. It was very good. I think it's very accurate if you look through and read, like, you know, like careers that you might want to go into, or like certain flaws, strengths of your character. Like I thought they were very accurate. If you haven't heard of 16 personalities, I'm sure it's fairly popular, but like it takes like 10 minutes, especially if you're just blowing through it and not yapping it up. But thank you for watching this video, and I hope you enjoy. Leave a like, subscribe, and like I said, thank you. God bless. Commander.
interesting.
But alright, so now we're gonna jump into, I think we're gonna go into my nephew. I'm kind of curious what he's gonna say. I wonder how he views me. And I'm not gonna try and lead him to anything. I'm purely just gonna be like, what do you think? Okay, well then I can do Cavender, but I need you for this video. You are pivotal.
Yeah, no, I can still get on that for a shower.
Okay. Then cool. That gives me time to go through Cavender. Then you're gonna be the final boss. All right.
Alright.
All right, dope. Okay. See you soon. Love you. Bye bye.
Bye.
I'm gonna call my buddy Cavender. I already took the personality test. I'm curious if we get the same thing. I will read off the questions, and then I want you to give me like your personal thing. And if you have some commentary behind it, then by all means. You regularly make new friends.
So to that question, I would say I would strongly agree.
Okay, yeah, I thought the same thing.
I feel like everywhere you go, because you're so fucking charismatic and you're just outgoing, you for real just make friends wherever you go. Bro went on restriction and got every fucking person to be their friend. That's just crazy.
Oh yeah, strongly agree.
Okay, cool. Complex and novel ideas excite you more than simple and straightforward ones.
I would say softly agree. I would say a soft agree to like what was the mid agree, like almost a strong agree.
Okay.
It's because like I feel like you really do like complex stories, but at the same time, it's always nice to just, I guess, like read or watch like a pretty nice story. I feel like you. I feel like that's what you do.
Okay. I like that. You're actually applying a lot of thought into this. Like, you know, you may know me a little bit better than myself. I guess we'll see.
Probably not. But
We're gonna need to repeat that. Yeah. I like what? Wait. So there's slightly agree, strongly agree. What was the middle one?
Just middling agree.
Middling agree.
Okay. You usually feel more persuaded by what resonates emotionally with you than by factual arguments. I'm really curious to see your answer on this one.
I would say mid-agree. Like, you are a very... this is going to sound like shit, but you are a very emotional person. Like, you hold your friends, like, close to you and shit like that.
Agree.
But at the same time, the amount of advice you've given me and that you've changed your life, like, even though you were, like, sad or whatever, you still had clear thinking and you went on your own, like, factual, like, way of reasoning so you could better yourself instead of just sitting in your little sad feelings.
Kevin, you're gonna make me fucking cry. Like, the amount of, like, you're giving me some pretty high praise right now. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, it's true. I'm over here sulking, motherfucker, sends me 18 fucking paragraphs saying to do all this stuff to get better. So, like, yeah, like, you're emotional, but at the same time, you use fact. So I would say you use fact more than emotion. But I don't know.
You're using some big boy words here.
Okay, do you want me to, like, paraphrase them? Like, kind of just, like...
Yeah.
Okay. Feelings over facts here, pretty much.
Okay. Slightly disagree.
Slightly disagree. Really? Interesting.
I don't really know what that means, really.
The next one is, your living and working spaces are clean and organized.
Disagree. Disagree.
As you say that, I'm looking at my desk. I'm looking at, like, 2 bottles, Rubik's Cubes all over the place. Like,
I go over to your house. I see your bed. That shit is in disarray. That shit. The only thing you keep clean is your kitchen.
Slightly agree, because when you're on the ship, you know, it's a little worse, but that little room that you got when you're recording in, I mean, from what I see, it looks pretty good.
fair enough. Okay. You usually stay calm even under a lot of pressure.
Strongly agree. Just strongly agree. I mean, maybe in certain scenarios for like a small amount of time, you'll be like, I don't know, kind of tweaking, but I feel like, as again, you always come down to reality and you like look at it factually and see if it's like this hurt me or like this hurt me more or shit like that.
Agree.
What kind of agree here?
Agree. I'm kidding. Slightly.
Slightly. Okay. You find the idea of networking or promoting yourself to strangers very daunting.
Yeah, no, strongly disagree. I feel like every single time we step out, you scream at some random stranger. Yeah.
Do you remember? Okay, I'm gonna tell y'all a little story. I once went out to sushi with him, and we get into I know you already know, dude. We go into the fucking Uber, and I start striking up this conversation with the Uber driver. And I'm telling him, I'm like, dude, like, this is a good deal. It's all you can eat sushi for like $30. Like, this is a fire deal.
Invites this motherfucker in to eat sushi.
Tell me why I got the Uber driver to park, and I invited him to eat with us. Poor Cavender is not an extrovert.
I'm not.
And so me and the Uber driver are yapping it up, right? Like, chatting up a storm. Cavender said maybe 3 words.
Yeah, and it was all because the guy looked over and he was like, hey man, so why'd you join the Navy? I was bored. And he was like, hey, well, how was your family doing? They're good.
I felt so bad for both of them because this guy's an insane extrovert. He wanted no part of the conversation. I had to go to the bathroom. And I could feel
Leave me alone. Bro, leave me alone.
the tension at that table was fucking, like, I felt like I could cut it with a knife. You didn't even look, like, scared. It was almost just like you're gonna make his day miserable. From what I heard, the Uber driver tried his best. Like, he tried.
He tried. He really tried. He tried everything in his power to start a conversation with me. And I always immediately shut him down. And I did not want to speak to the fucking Uber driver that nabbed my little Joshua Pookie and sat at the table and ate sushi with us. Get that motherfucker away from the table. Do not speak to me. I don't want to speak to you. I'm like, no, because I was sitting in the car. And I was like, no, I wonder if this motherfucker is gonna ask to sit at. He's gonna ask to sit at our table. And if he asks to sit at our table, I'm gonna crash the fuck out. And it's like, hey man, don't mind if I go and I eat with y'all? Get out of my fucking face! Go away!
I made it up to him. We went home. We drank. We had a good time. But, like,
Yeah, we had a pretty good time after that, but not during the time. That shit sucked.
I felt so bad. I'm an extrovert to a fault, especially when I'm around other people. It's like, it's ridiculous.
The idea of presenting yourself to another person is like scary.
Yeah, exactly, actually.
Oh, middling, disagree.
But alright, you prioritize and plan tasks effectively, often completing them well before the deadline.
Well, see, okay, the thing is, I don't usually see you like completing tasks like that, but I do see that you'll take time out of your day to specifically go and study and do your work, which I don't know if that's like right before a deadline or not. I would say I agree that you like softly agree, because I don't know that much.
That's fair. Yeah, no, like some of these questions, like you're just not gonna have the information. I guess it's more of just like go with your heart. Like,
Oh, that's cap. Disagree.
next one is people's stories and emotions speak louder to you than numbers or data.
Strongly agree.
Right. Okay.
You are as I said, you're a very emotional person. You care about your relationships that you make, and someone like a friend, you would most certainly give them a second chance, or maybe even a third chance if like the numbers say that they're more likely than not going to kill you. You'd be like, yeah, I'll make a mistake.
Neutral.
Neutral. Okay, fair enough. You like to use organizing tools like schedules and lists.
This all revolves around the kitchen. So I'm gonna say softly agree, because the only time I've ever seen you organized is when you made a shopping list to cook.
Okay. Let me explain a little bit of our background, right? Cavender, I would say as of right now is my best friend. We are both in the Navy, and
Yes.
we both got in trouble, and so we were in this thing called restriction, which is like adult timeout for like a month on end. Pretty much all of our liberties were taken away from us, so I'd say that caused us to get to know each other in some aspects really well, but there were also some where we you know, like, some things were just missing, right? Simply just due to the environment that we were in.
Yeah, it was also a thing that was, which I really do want to get a stronger bond with you in terms of this, but I was really lacking in telling you what was wrong. Because I remember one time I just went silent and then I just started saying, Ben.
So I got, one of the people had got out of restriction, so he became my new roommate. And I could tell something was pressing him, right? Like something was obvious. Like when you're like he said, I'm an emotional individual. So when someone, and you don't even need to be an emotional individual, he wears his fucking emotions on his sleeve. Like he looked like his mom got hit by a fucking bus, and I'm like, hey man, what's going on? And he's like, nothing. All right, dude. And yeah, and then. We devolved from the English language to the fucking meme of, you know, Talking Tom. He just go, Ben. And then one time, I'm trying to sleep. This is like the last day before we get off restriction. I'm like, I don't even know what I was trying to say. I think I was literally just trying to go to sleep for like 30 minutes. 30 fucking minutes. Just
Every 2 minutes, Ben.
Ben. No sleep was gotten on that day.
I was a little crackhead.
But I still
What was
love
the
him.
original question? I forgot.
I didn't even give it to you, dude. Where's yapping?
I don't really know this because
That's fair, because I don't think I've ever shown you anything like that. Just go with
well,
your...
I actually slightly agree because like the army and stuff. Because like you need like I hear you on the phone with like your bank and like military people a lot. You know.
Okay, fair enough. Even a small mistake can cause you to doubt your overall abilities and knowledge.
I don't think so. I'm gonna say average disagree. I've seen a couple of times when like something hits you, like a little mistake or gap. You were just kind of like, "Aw, shucks," and then
Let it be known, I did not say aw shucks. Like,
but then you just kind of continue on from it. Though, like maybe once or twice, I think I've seen you go like, "Oh."
Oh no. Strongly disagree.
you feel comfortable just walking up to someone you find interesting and striking up a conversation.
Strongly agree.
Slightly disagree. Because if it's like a girl, then maybe not. If it's like a normal guy, then yeah.
Interesting.
Actually, neutral.
Neutral? Alright. You are not too interested in discussions about various interpretations of creative works.
Yeah, strongly disagree.
Yeah, I mean, I was just about to say, like, we used to play 20 questions, Naruto version.
Random shit.
Right.
Mostly Naruto, but like.
Mostly Naruto, but like, yeah, like I love that type of stuff. Like, I love
It's
it.
fun. It's always fun.
Right, because like there's no
But
set
different.
answer for a lot of those things. It's purely how you want to interpret it.
Oh, middling disagree.
Right. What's your reasoning there?
Wait, what was the question again? No, I know like I did the right answer, but I forgot the question.
Pretty much like, do I like discussing like interpretations of creative work?
Yeah.
That's your reason.
Oh, I don't know, cause seem like the type of guy, you know. Oh, no, I'm kidding.
You prioritize facts over people's feelings when determining a course of action.
I'd say softly agree. I would think you definitely take people's emotions into consideration. But at the end of the day, you're still a reasonable person and you understand that things need to get done. Like biggest example is today. So you had surgery. I was like, I'm gonna come over. But you decide to prioritize your health over my feelings of wanting to come over. And he said, well, no, I actually have to take a rest day. And I was like, okay.
Didn't we already say this question?
It's gonna be rephrased a couple of times throughout the test.
Wait, do it again.
You prioritize facts over people's feelings when determining a course of action.
Yeah, strongly agree.
I
I think
Okay, wait.
if
So
that's what I'm the question is.
what do you think it to me?
Like when there's
a motherfucking
when there's a problem and like you know the answers from like a fact, but like somebody's like saying like no, but you know it's a yes, like you'll go with a yes. All right.
Like, even if that answer will make them upset.
Exactly.
Right, okay. Well, then, yeah, I'd say you understood it well. You often allow the day to unfold without any schedule at all.
The average disagree.
Average disagree? Okay.
Average disagree. I would say that usually you have a plan in mind for the day. Like, because I remember one time, woke up, and you're like, all right, this is what is going to be happening today. And it was, of course, the fucking steak meal. And then it was go to the store, go work out, go do all this other stuff. Like, you had, like, a set schedule.
Right.
Of course, I didn't follow it, though, because I'm lazy. But, yeah.
But there was a schedule. There was a schedule in place.
Yeah, there's a schedule. So
Right.
I'm saying strongly disagree.
Whether or not that schedule gets followed is a different story.
Yes, but there was a schedule.
You often allow the day to unfold without any schedule at all.
1 second.
A few years later.
Okay. Take your time.
Continue.
Oh. okay. You all allow the day to unfold. Take a schedule at all. Take it.
You let the daytime fold?
What?
You like let it happen without any schedule at all. Like you just kind
Like
of
you let it
you don't plan stuff. Like it just you let it happen.
I wish I had like a button in front of me here.
Do you want to see? Do you want to? I can share my screen.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I'm sharing my screen right now. Do you see it?
Wait, so you already had the answers?
I've already taken the test.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, twice actually.
You often allow the day to. Oh, okay. This is much better. So I can.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
You
I
often
figured
allow,
you'd be better at this.
you often allow the day to unfold without any schedule at all. Neutral, because like when you were like chilling, you know, at Florida, you know, like oh whoops, you were just like messing around, like just playing on the game, didn't really like
Right. Agreed.
just chilling, watching anime. Like I don't really know what happens like at military, so
That's fair. Okay. A lot of this stuff is gonna be unknown because like we haven't really had the chance to interact in a pretty significant amount of time. You rarely worry about whether you make a good impression on people you meet.
You do not fucking worry. Maybe you do. Maybe there's that little tiny part of you in the back. So I'm just gonna say average disagree, but I would say strongly disagree. Maybe because I feel like you can just go up to a Uber driver, for instance, and fucking invite the motherfucker to sushi.
I think disagree in this scenario isn't what you're looking for then. It says you rarely worry about whether you make a good impression on people you meet. So you mean average agree, right?
Yeah, average agree. Average agree.
oh Dax keeps on licking my hand. I did not say that right. Dax keeps on licking my hand. You
Dax is
rarely
a dog,
worry.
by the way, guys.
Dax, he's like putting his paw up to my lap. Like, what? You want to speak to the camera? Or speak to the?
Oh, Dax, would you like to say something to the viewers?
His tail stopped wagging immediately, bro.
He's nervous. He's camera shy.
You rarely worry about whether.
Yeah, no, like I don't care if it rains or snows, really.
No, what does that mean? Weather? Oh. I just understood your joke. How do you say that, bro?
Weather, you're right.
Oh,
Yeah,
you really, you rarely worry about whether you make a good impression on people you meet. I'm gonna have to go mildly disagree.
Mildly disagree. So you think that like I do care about making a good impression?